They say, the left is so unbelievably duplicitous. And it doesn't even matter. They just, they hate corporations. What about GE? We told you last hour, one of the FCC stipulations of the Comcast NBC Universal merger was the incorporation of a non-profit journalism center into the NBC O&O newsrooms. This means your local newsroom. Under the terms of the FCC order approving Comcast takeover of NBCU, at least half of NBC's 10 O&Os must find a non-profit news center in which to work within the next year.
Did they give any examples of who they might follow?
KNSD, VoiceOfSanDiego.org Alliance was the model that they would like to see.
Okay.
The problem with this is the Voice of San Diego
There's a problem? There is a problem with the Voice of San Diego?
It's an independent news network.
Oh, well, that doesn't sound like a problem.
No, it sure doesn't. It sounds independent, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Funded by the Open Society Institute, which is...
What's the Open Society Institute?
George Soros.
Oh.
So, that's what we told you about last week, and we told you about it last year as well when we played this from the Free Press people. This is the Marxist revolutionaries that are teeming in this administration.
We need new policies to support media, and I hate to break it to some of you, but the government is going to have to be involved. So what if instead we took a few thousand AmeriCorps jobs and gave them to news-gathering organizations?
Oh.
And why not start retraining veteran journalists, the ones with those deep Rolodexes of sources, in new media skills?
Exactly. Free Press, though, that just sounds like such a great organization. They just want freedom. They want freedom of press. It's like a First Amendment organization.
It's almost...
Isn't it? It's like
almost like
breathe.
It's almost like those people crying out for freedom and democracy in Egypt.
Democracy, freedom, freedom, democracy.
No, not the same. Not the same.
This wouldn't be the same Free Press that was founded by a Marxist, would it? Would that be the?
No, well, yes.
But that seems like a silly name for a Marxist organization.
It is also the organization who now, as the assistant to the chair of the FCC, just used to be the spokesperson for Free Press, but that's it. That's it.
There's just a couple ties there, but don't follow up on any of this. Don't connect any dots.
Don't look into any
over
of
at MSNBC. Don't look into it because you won't.
They won't. They won't. I don't
even need to say it.
MSNBC is mocking me for saying that the U.S. will be an Islamic republic, which I never said. I said there is a caliphate. There are people, including Ahmadinejad, the Muslim Brotherhood, Hamas, Hezbollah, the PLO, the Prime Minister of Turkey belonged to an organization that wants a caliphate. Who else? These are just off the top of my head, though. Just do your own homework. They want a caliphate. What a caliphate is a global Sharia law run state. It's a nouveau order. Except this one has big swords where they behead you if you don't submit. That's a caliphate. This is history. It's the Ottoman Empire. And it is what extremists have wanted for a long time. They will run the entire world through a caliphate. NBC last night apparently was making fun of me. Oh, wait a minute. The same NBC that just has to partner with George Soros? Isn't that weird? NBC was making fun of me last night saying that I said that America will be an Islamic republic. I did not say that. But you know who did say that? Egyptian journalist Atta Abd al-Al. I love him.
Do they not have enough last names where you could do Al something else? Al Mohammed, Al... You got to do Al.
This is a journalist on
must be a name shortage over there
on the Egyptian religious channel that said, quoting, "The U.S. will be transformed into an Islamic republic due to the large number of converts each year." He also gave advice on how to raise the number of converts and encourage them to participate in the U.S. electoral system. The Islamic institutions in the Islamic world should send preachers who are well-versed in Islam, who know how to preach to the American mentality, who are proficient in English and communicate with the Americans. He said this on his Egyptian religious channel. He said the rate of converts to Islam in the U.S. is very high. This is great alarm to the Zionists in the U.S. because the rate is rising on a daily basis. These converts adhere to Islam with total conviction. They become preachers themselves and convince others to convert to Islam. By the way, he was previously banned in all European countries, or several European countries, such as France, for calling for violence against Jews. Quote, "Your turn at last has come, your offspring of apes and pigs, you most accursed creatures created by Allah, you people who have harmed the Prophet again and again. The Jews have proven that they are like a cancer. If they are not removed from the body of the nation, they will kill the entire nation. The Jews are dangerous to the whole world." End quote. So but it's no big deal. It's no big deal other than that guy in Egypt who runs just a, religious channel that is being beamed, around the world. But no big deal. You just keep your head buried in the sand, media. You just keep doing that. By the way, up on the Blaze, we told you last hour, is the video that you must see and must share with your friends. It is NBC mocking and saying, Beck is saying that there is some Islamic socialism. Yes, do your Google search on it. Look for Islamic socialism and read all about it. Read about the guy whose grandfather started the Muslim Brotherhood. His grandson was he was going to get tenured at Notre Dame until Bush revoked his visa because he was preaching, death to the Jews, that kind of thing. Thought he was a problem. But he was preaching, and he's a real big proponent of what's called Islamic socialism, which is the really nasty combination of the sword and the left. It's great. Seriously. Now you understand why Rosie O'Donnell is totally fine. They don't have a problem. Notice they don't have a problem with the Islamic side. Why is that? What is that? They think that Christians are equal to those blowing up in the name of Allah, blowing up busloads of children. Oh yeah, no. I can see that, sure. I've never understood it. You will, once you do your homework on Islamic socialism. We'll help you do that in the coming days. But now they're mocking me and saying that the extreme left is not working with the extreme Islamic groups, particularly those groups associated with the Muslim Brotherhood. Unfortunately for the people at NBC, we do our homework, and we have just posted video of the groups I've named standing on stage with those saying, "Death to the Jews," and them speaking at the same rally, and it's fantastic. No, it really is. If you're a member of the left that wants to kill the Jews, or you don't necessarily want them all killed, but, they do, and we can just get together because we both want to see the end of Western society. You're going to love this video. If that's not you, you're going to be horrified by it. And I want you to watch it because we are sowing this. We have the seeds here in America, that they've already taken root. It is time to wake up. Please share this with all of your friends because, it explains so much. You remember when we were first on the progressive thing and you couldn't figure it out. You were like, well, that doesn't make sense. I don't really. And now it explains so much. Mm-hmm. Now that you see Islamic socialism, you're like, oh my gosh, I get it. I see what they're doing. And it is, again, just this one theory. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Back in just a second. First, let me take a sponsor break. It's Easy Water.